This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is now 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday in the morning sprint.
Allison Martinez is live with a sneak peek of a new indoor obstacle course opening in North Spokane.
The Supreme Court will hear arguments on whether former President Trump can be banned from the ballot in Colorado. Sydney Charles has the details.
We could see some light showers today. Mark has your forecast.
But let's get right to some breaking news. The 5 Marines aboard a helicopter that went down in remote woods Tuesday night died. The U.S. military spokesperson confirmed the deaths this morning. We don't yet know where the Marines were found, but rescue crews were searching a snow-covered area of Southern California.
As we look at our 10-second takeaway on our first alert weather, well, I got to tell you, we are going to have some light sprinkles through the area, nothing too organized. It's going to be a touch cooler today, and so light layers still needed. 39 will be our high.
We now know definitively what caused the deadly Gray Fire. According to the Department of Natural Resources, an arcing inland power wire sparked it. According to the report just released, a woman who lived on that property reported issues with the security light at least 2 times to Inland Power. To her knowledge, the power company never responded. Walking through the property on Gray Road, the land is still engraved with burn scars. Dave Uhas was one of the first people on scene. When he arrived, the fire was still small, so he thought he and a few others could tackle it. Little did he know, the wind had different plans. You can watch the full unedited interview with Dave on our website, KXLY.com.
The same day the Gray Fire started in Medical Lake in Elk, the Oregon Road Fire started. It burned nearly 11,000 acres and 126 homes, killing 1 person. In September, investigators determined the fire was human caused, meaning they ruled out all natural causes like lightning. We reached out to DNR to see if there are any updates on the investigation into the Oregon Road Fire. A spokesperson could only tell us it involved spontaneous combustion.
2 bills in the Washington legislature are hoping to make it easier for people impacted by the fires and communities to rebuild. One bill would allow homeowners to rebuild with less restrictive guidelines by using a previous building and energy code. Another would require the military department and the state to assist in long-term recovery efforts and planning. You can read more about both of these bills and keep track of their progress in Olympia on KXLY.com.
The name of the man killed by sheriff's deputies last Tuesday in North Spokane has been released. Deputies burst through his front door and shot 55-year-old Richard Rajastard multiple times when they say he swung an axe at them. Police were called to the area of North Kalispell and West Lyons several times by people claiming Rajastard was harassing his neighbor and eventually threatened to kill him over a light he said was shining into his house. A canine and a sheriff's deputy were hurt during the confrontation, but they are both okay.
This morning, the Supreme Court justices will hear oral arguments over whether former President Donald Trump can be kicked off the ballot in Colorado. Colorado took Trump off their ballot in December, claiming he engaged in insurrection against the United States on January 6th and violated a section of the 14th Amendment. The exact wording of the amendment will be under scrutiny today because it does not specifically mention the president, only officers of the government. And despite not being convicted for his alleged role in the Capitol riot, Colorado is expected to argue that since Trump participated, he cannot be on the ballot.
A new bill to ban federal health care programs from limiting care to patients with disabilities or chronic illnesses just passed the House. Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers authored House Bill 485. It would put a stop to federal entities using quality-adjusted life years to approve whether treatment for certain patients is cost-effective enough for the government to pay. The bill now heads to the Senate for consideration.
A bill that would hold graffiti taggers accountable is closer to becoming law in Washington. The House unanimously approved the bill that would give judges extra sentencing options for anyone convicted of malicious mischief and criminal street gang tagging and graffiti. If approved, a judge could require offenders to perform at least 24 hours community service, including cleaning up their own work.
This morning, we've been live at Ninja Nation in North Spokane. This is a brand new indoor gym, an obstacle course, and a great way to set and achieve some personal goals. Now, your whole family can try it out for free this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2. We'll have all the information on how you can stop by and be a part of the fun on our website, KXLY.com.
This morning, Prince William speaks for the first time in public about King Charles' cancer diagnosis, what he's saying about his father. That's coming up next on Good Morning America. We've got a final check of weather coming up with Mark right after this break.